Let's settle this right now. When it comes to self-defense, the question isn't just about what's more important, attitude or technique. It's about understanding how these two elements work together to create an unstoppable force. But if you're forced to choose, attitude takes the crown. Why? Because without the right mindset, even the best technique crumbles under pressure. Self-defense isn't just about knowing how to throw a punch or execute a perfect armbar. It's about survival. It's about stepping into chaos and having the will to come out on top. And that starts with attitude, a mindset that says, I will not be broken. I will not lose. It's about walking into uncertainty with the confidence of someone who knows they are prepared to do whatever it takes to survive. Think about this. A person with a killer attitude but no formal training is often more dangerous than someone with polished techniques, but zero fight in their heart. Attitude is your foundation. It's the primal force that drives you to act when most people freeze. When adrenaline surges, your fine motor skills go out the window. Your technique might falter, but your mindset, that's what keeps you in the fight. Attitude means being unshakable. It means walking into a confrontation with the confidence that you're not the victim. You're the predator. Fear doesn't control you. It sharpens you. Pain doesn't stop you. It fuels you. It's the voice in your head that screams, I will not go down. And when you have that fire, even imperfect technique can become deadly. When you possess the right attitude, you become the kind of person who adapts, improvises, and overcomes. You don't need to know every move in the book because your resolve will guide your actions. You'll find a way to defend yourself, to push through, to win. The killer mindset is the intangible factor that separates survivors from victims. It's not something you can fake, and it's not something you can teach overnight. It's earned through a lifetime of facing challenges, building resilience, and deciding every single day that you will not be defeated. Now, don't get it twisted. Technique isn't irrelevant. It's your toolbox, your arsenal. The difference between flailing wildly and landing a precise, fight-ending strike. Technique is what makes sure every ounce of effort, every move, actually counts. It gives you options, whether it's disabling an attacker with a well-placed kick, escaping a chokehold, or turning the tables in a ground fight. Without technique, you're relying entirely on instinct. And let's be real. Instinct alone won't cut it when you're up against someone who knows what they're doing. But listen closely. Technique without attitude is hollow. It's like holding a loaded gun, but having no will to pull the trigger. You could spend years perfecting your skills, drilling every move to perfection, but if you freeze in the moment of truth, it all means nothing. Technique shines only when it's fueled by the mindset to use it, without hesitation and without mercy. The sharpest tools are useless in the hands of someone too afraid to wield them. A fighter who hesitates, who lacks the courage to act, is just a shadow of what they could be. Technique amplifies your ability to survive. It takes your raw attitude and channels it into action. It's the refined expression of your will to fight. But don't get it twisted. It's only as powerful as the resolve behind it. If attitude is the fire, then technique is the blade forged in that fire. One without the other? Incomplete. Here's the truth. Attitude and technique feed off each other. Attitude fuels the grind, the drive to train, to sharpen your skills, to stay dangerous. And technique, it reinforces your confidence, making your attitude even stronger. Together, they create a loop of power, a cycle that builds with every drill, every rep, every battle you endure. But let me make one thing clear. If you had to choose, attitude is the foundation. It's the spark that ignites everything else. Without it, all the technique in the world is just empty choreography. Attitude is what gives your training teeth, what makes it real. Because without the mindset to act, to fight, to survive, you're nothing more than a well-rehearsed dancer. Self-defense isn't a performance. It's war. And wars are won by those who refuse to lose. So, how do you build that killer mindset? You don't wait for a fight to come to you. You train your mind every single day. Embrace discomfort. Push through pain, whether it's in the gym or in life. Teach yourself to see challenges as fuel, not obstacles. Visualize yourself in the fire and see yourself rising through it. Confidence isn't just earned through preparation. It's a choice you make, over and over again. Learn to master your fear. Fear is natural, but letting it control you, that's a choice. Don't run from it. Harness it. Let fear heighten your senses, sharpen your focus, and drive you forward. A fearless man is dangerous, but a man who feels fear and still fights, he's unstoppable. Fear, when controlled, becomes your ally. It sharpens your decisions and propels you when others freeze. Surround yourself with those who push you to be better. Train with people who challenge you, who test your limits. Iron sharpens iron. The more intensity you face, the more resilient you become. A strong attitude isn't built in isolation. It's forged through trials, through fire, through experiences that demand growth. Once your attitude is locked in, it's time to back it up with skill. Find a fighting discipline that speaks to you. Boxing, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, whatever calls you. Don't just dabble, commit. Learn the fundamentals, then master them. Drill them until they become second nature. Because in a fight, there's no time to think. You act, and the sharper your skills, the more effective your instincts will be. Train in real-world scenarios. Spar with intensity. Learn how to handle ground fights, tight spaces, multiple attackers. Technique isn't about looking good. It's about survival when the odds are against you. A punch in the gym isn't the same as a punch in the street. The more pressure you train under, the more your mind and body adapt to chaos. Understand this. Efficiency is everything. In a real fight, you don't have time to waste. Every move must count. Train to strike with precision, to defend with purpose, to escape with speed. Your technique isn't just a skill set. It's a survival tool, and when the moment comes, it'll be ready. In the end, survival isn't about being the biggest or the strongest. It's about being the one who refuses to quit. The one who stays calm under pressure. The one who acts while others hesitate. Attitude gives you the edge, and technique ensures you make the most of it. Together, they're a deadly combination. So what's more important, attitude or technique? The answer is both. But if you've got the right attitude, you're already ahead of the game. With the mindset of a fighter, you can build the skills you need. But without that mindset, even the best training won't save you. Remember this, in the heat of the moment, it's not the size of the man or the complexity of his moves that decides the outcome. It's the fire in his soul, the unshakable will to survive, and the mindset that screams, "Not today." Be that man. Train your body, sharpen your mind, and never, ever lose the attitude that makes you unstoppable.